Yep.
Yep.
I saw it, yes.
That is good enough. We happen to be missing one Belcax. So while we wait, we're gonna give it till 7:05. Let's
Okay.
run through just top to bottom. Like, what was one good thing that happened over the break?
I'm gonna
Food.
pass on this one. I did not have a very good break.
Sorry to hear that. Dovar, how about you?
Food. Definitely the food.
Food is good. Flint,
Okay,
what about
scratch that. Food is also good.
One good thing.
Yay! Let's see. My friends and I went to karaoke in Doctor Who costumes, so that was fun. And I got addicted to Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I mean, there are worse things to be addicted to.
That's true.
I saw the new Star Wars movie a couple times. I also saw, what else did I say? I've seen a lot of movies lately. Creed, Spotlight, Trumbo. Yeah, I had a busy month at the movies. It was
Wow,
nice.
you did. So I hear the new Star Wars is so good. Is it so good?
It is a very good movie.
So
It is
good!
magical. It was absolutely magical to see it.
I should go. That I'm decided.
You should.
Let's just say it got me to play an MMO. I don't play MMOs.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, do that.
Well, all right. I guess
See
I'll
it
just go do
twice.
that. So I'll see you guys next Monday. I'm gonna go see that movie.
Shit!
Do that. Alright, fair enough.
I wouldn't even add. It's a great movie.
Give it at least 3 hours.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all right.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay with that. I also picked up a copy of the new Star Wars RPG. Haven't had a chance to play it though.
Wait, which one is that?
The Fantasy Flight Games one?
Yeah. My group's playing Force and Destiny.
Yeah, I have the Edge of Empire beginner box. Have not had a chance to play it though.
So far so good. The dice are weird to me, but I'm still getting used to new types of dice.
It's actually I like it as a two-factor roll, and the dice pools kind of cover everything. Which dice pools are always good. So very efficient way of running it. But my worry with systems like that is because it's classless, you end up with, or sort of classless. It's very easy to have a very big difference between optimized and non-optimized characters.
Yeah. Well, we seem to at least have some classes.
But like I said, I haven't played it, so I don't know how much of the problem that actually is versus you're just worried that that might become a problem.
No, that's just their secret. They're all non-optimized.
That's my secret. That's my
Oh,
secret cap.
okay.
I'm never optimized.
They just suck at everything.
Alright, well, we have no Belcax,
Aww.
and that sucks. It's gonna make it really hard on you guys. So, good luck!
Oh
Shit.
boy.
We find ourselves approaching the oasis after many days of tiresome travel.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. Had to be done.
There's your oasis. It's beautiful. It's pretty. It's refreshingly not dry air.
So British. So British.
Go ahead.
Okay. Switch. Yeah. Make some adjustments. Okay. It's just water and some trees.
So far as you see, you are still about, I would say, 300 yards from the oasis itself.
And just for spell slots, so we've had a long rest since our last session.
One long rest, yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, I guess the Falgrim, you're the ones we're here for.
I cast Detect Magic.
I use Divine Sense.
Divine Sense is 60 feet, right?
Correct.
How long does that last?
I think it's an instantaneous effect.
So nothing within 60 feet of you. But, 300 yards away from the oasis.
Right. Let's move over to the oasis.
Yeah,
How
come a
do
bit
you
closer.
all
Have Tip scout a bit.
Well, we have Tip Scout. You want me to set up a tiny hut again? So you have a place to retreat to if needed?
That sounds like a good idea.
Alright, I'll spend 10 minutes doing that.
You guys coming up with plans.
Imagine that.
You're actually very good at this stuff.
Mr. Venner Smart, SMRT.
Okay. So as Tip ventures forward, it's probably right as Venner comes to completion with his tiny hut that Tip sees a humanoid husk-looking monstrosity with dried white skin that stretches tight across its skeletal frame. It bears a fearsome skull-like head and the tail of a scorpion, and he notices a foul odor of decay that hangs in the air around it. It has lethal claws and wields a massive polearm.
Yeah, so she'd probably be looking through his eyes at this point. She's just kind of like covering her mouth suddenly. Like, oh, that's not
I
nice.
think I know what that is. Now, Fulgrim has a shot at knowing what that is.
Fulgrim
How
does have a
bloody,
shot at
like-
knowing that is.
Do you want me to roll for that? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what kind of check that would be. Definitely not nature.
yeah, no, not nature.
That is a fuckery check.
Could be religion.
It's either that or Arcana. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give
I
you.
have the same modifier on both, incidentally,
I'm gonna say intelligence with proficiency.
with proficiency. Okay. What is my proficiency on this?
Our proficiency should be +3.
Good, because my intelligence bonus is +0.
Nifty. Oh shit.
Right.
When Thay comes back to you all from looking in Tip's eyes, she recounts what he saw, and you're like, oh, that is a bone devil.
Yep. That is not a minor devil, neither.
Tis
Or-
I
not.
knew it was evil. Just tell.
Is it dead? I mean, in as much as devils are ever dead.
It was moving. And
I'm
I'm
actively
sure that means
controlling.
it's probably not dead.
Yeah, that's well. They're not alive in the sense that like a cat is or an animal is alive in the first place, so they're never really dead in the same sense. But if it's moving around,
Are
yeah.
you
Okay.
saying that it's undead?
No, it can't be undead because the undead would have to be dead first. It was never really dead. You don't
It
totally
just-
destroy them.
It just is.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
Fulgrim, you would know that these are incredibly hard to hit.
Yeah.
Have the capability to fly and run at incredibly fast speeds. Fire and poison are not going to work against it, and everything else is, well, it's gonna be a hard fight should you choose to face it. You will also know that your magical darkness will be ineffective here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we got a tiny hut.
Jump in and out of the tiny hut.
Perfectly legitimate strategy.
Serious threat. Let's hang it out. Interesting.
It patrols diligently around the oasis waterfront.
As devils are wont to do. Alright.
Yes. On the other side of the waterfront, can we make a quick run up to the side?
If you want to make it unseen, like so it doesn't notice you at all, go ahead and give me stealth checks just in case.
Well, how far is across the How far across is the oasis?
It's rather large, but you're running across a desert.
Fair.
We just dig a tunnel and bury ourselves and slide through that way, undetected. Or just do what Mr. Igus does.
Shit.
That works too. To
Oh, yeah,
victory.
don't do that. Do what he was trying to do. Not what he actually did.
Shit.
There were so many other things we could have done there.
Yep.
Well, that's fine. We all know stinking's not my strong point anyway.
Fulgrim, go ahead and give me a percentile roll. You're looking for under 25.
Please do God.
Nope. Does not recognize D%.
Hey!
Whoa!
Oh.
You would have crit the bed with that one on Rogue Trader.
Despite Icus's missteps, it seems that its attention was elsewhere and still has not taken notice of the group.
That's a good.
That is very good. I am never doing anything again without other people's permission. It never works out well.
It's okay. As long as you remember to walk with uneven steps, you'll be fine.
It was a valiant effort, Mr. Igus.
Okay, now that I'm at the water's edge without a bone devil trying to kill me, I'd like to divine sense there.
Okay, you notice both hollowed and unhollowed ground. It's an odd sensation to you. You feel like this land has some divine property to it and is also under the effects of some malevolent type curse is the best way you'd be able to fathom the effects.
Alright. Shit. Can I retreat to the party and tell them that?
You can make another stealth check.
Ooh, do I want to do that? That is the question.
How far
Or
away
if
is he
tips
right now?
around, you can whisper into the air and hope. Like, to be fair, if you're going off on your own, you might need some help.
Yep. I made
He's
a
about
point, so-
145 away right now.
Yeah, depending on how fast you went. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I mean, my stealth check is going to be either to hide from him or to run from him. Right?
But not both.
Yes.
Right. So, might as well just run, because either way I'm going to have to stealth check or fight him straight up.
And you could do either if you want.
Yes. Yes, I could. Might not be a good idea, but
Don't let that stop you.
yes.
Woohoo!
Yes. With your sneaky ways, you nearly blend into the sand dunes around you as you sprint back to the group.
He uses the hole he dug previously.
Like, we didn't even see until he showed up and like, Mr. Igus, you're awesome! Holy, where did
He
you
goes
come
off
from?
to sneak off, then we hear a loud clang by the water. Punk! And then just sort of randomly reappears.
Are you a ninja, Mr. Igus?
I work in mysterious ways. I'll say that.
You had no idea what you were doing, did you?
That was so cool!
Not at all.
Inglesiso looks up at you and he's like, oh, wow. You're really good, Mr. Ikus.
Right?
I'll tell everybody else what I found down at the lake. See what they make of it.
cause
'cause
that?
I have no frickin' idea.
So it's hexed, but there's something else going on underneath the hex, is what you're telling us.
Well, it is an oasis. It could have started as some kind of temple or something.
That's what I think. Some sort of temple, but it's been cursed.
I'm afraid knowledge about curses is not exactly my strong point.
You notice the bone devil starting to come around.
I
Once
try
it-
and hide in the sand a little bit.
Wait, we have a hut we can hide in. It
Yeah,
shields.
Yeah, let's go in the hut.
I
Okay.
assumed that's where we were.
Okay.
So,
I assumed we were too, but if we're not, let's go in the hut.
All right.
well, I mean, you did
Sorry
run
about
up to the water's edge.
Well, yeah,
So
but
I
after
assumed you were a
returning.
little closer than 300 yards away.
Fair enough.
Very far. All right.
Also, it's a giant opaque dome.
Yeah.
Thing's gonna see it anyway.
It could be opaque
Change
in the
it.
color of the sand, then it just blends in
Yeah.
anyway.
Can we change the color of it?
He is allowed to choose the color of it.
All right, we'll make it generally
Make it sand colored.
Though if that thing can sense magic at all, it's still gonna see it.
Depends on the range.
True.
Yeah, we're like 300 feet from it. I doubt it can sense it from that far away.
It has
300 yards.
It has 8-mile magic vision.
Seriously?
Damn.
No.
No, he's just joking. It's actually 10.
No, it doesn't have that. So you're hiding in the hut. Is there a plan that you're coming up with?
Yes.
We're working on it.
I don't know what it is yet, but yes.
Trying to think, like,
We could always jump into the oasis and see if it's under there.
how confident are we that the Bone Devil is the only threat?
Would I have sensed anything besides the cursed and blessedness words while I was down there divine sensing?
Not within 60 feet of you.
That is not reassuring. Okay, so there's nothing within 60 feet of where I hit the water.
And Tip didn't find anything else.
Right.
But that's not overly reassuring either. No offense, Tip.
He understands.
Um,
Well, obviously we at least know that there's one major evil here. So we just need to take it out, and then we worry about the next one down the line.
yeah, I'm looking at my spells. Only other things I can do would be locate object if there's anything particular we're looking for, or send unseen servants underwater to scout.
Unseen servant would probably work. Do they stay together underwater and everything?
I think they can go underwater. We've used them to go underwater before.
How would
Good.
you plan to
I don't
scout
actually
them? I mean, they don't communicate at all.
This is true. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Oh, plus they can't move more than 60 feet away from me. Never mind. So that's not going to work. So yeah, all I got is locate object. They're just rushing in.
I mean, we could just rush it. That might not be a good idea.
I mean, it's a terrible
Well, I mean,
idea, but it's not.
Where
it's
are we
not the best
rushing to? So when I'm saying rushing, I'm thinking like rushing and like getting past the demon, like not engaging it. If we're gonna fight the devil, like just bring it back to the hut.
And then we can just dodge in and out of the hut.
Yep.
Certainly an option.
Until like it decides, man, fuck this. I don't want to deal with this hut. I'm just gonna go get 10 friends and sit just outside of range.
Yeah, that's
the main issue we're running into right here is we don't know it's the only one.
And how fast are they?
Maybe it's friendly.
Faster than a person.
To be fair, Tip might be able to check that. Because I'm pretty sure fiends automatically fail their heart sight.
It is not friendly.
Yeah, so I figured as much.
Though it is lawful.
What's its current mood?
A little peeved.
Sounds about right.
Just like the tiniest bit. Like, when you imagine that the remote fell in between the couch and you have to get up off your ass and go find it, he's that amount of angry.
Oh, so we just need to find the remote for him and then he'll let us pass, right?
Of course.
That's what I'm hearing.
That seems like a completely reasonable interpretation of the circumstance, yes.
Do you think it was bound here and it doesn't like it?
It doesn't like anything. It's a devil.
Now, that's not true. It probably likes murdering little children. Hey, I've got an idea.
Give Hendrik such a look at that. Like, don't even joke.
Jess just kind of looks up at you, and then looks back down.
Not you. Yeah, bless us how.
Don't worry, on Glasses Hill, we're not going to let Venric feed you to the devil.
Thanks, Mr. Ikus.
I was just need to take out the devil with the power of the light.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sure, yeah, me and Ikus can do that.
Mr. Ikus, I'm scared.
That's reasonable.
Sorry?
I love how comforting that answer is.
No, I didn't hear what he said.
That's
But he
reasonable.
was scared, and Falcon was just like, that's reasonable.
How a normal person would react to this situation.
Yeah. So it's okay to be scared. You'll be safe here, though, okay?
I'm not going with you.
You are not going to fight the devil with us. We'll see
Plan B.
about you going with us afterwards. If we fight the devil.
It's probably more like plan C or D.
Yeah.
Plan A, feed English to the devil. Plan
No,
B,
that's
go
plan
fight
D.
the devil yourself.
Feeding Anglesto is plan D.
C is he comes fight with you. Which, they kind of intertwine.
They're more or less interchangeable. So where is this temple we're trying to get to? Is it underwater?
It looks like.
Yeah.
Can
That's what
Tip go underwater?
Can who go underwater? Kip?
Well, he is a spirit, but...
The more important question is, can he breathe underwater? Which I'm guessing the answer is no.
Does he care?
It is a spirit.
Oh, maybe he doesn't even need to breathe then.
Is breathing an issue?
I don't
Oh,
know about that.
I would kind of argue yes, because despite
Yeah.
Feather being a spirit, I would say he needs to breathe.
Fair enough.
Then he's a better flyer than he is a swimmer. I would assume.
I have a feeling that going into the water until we've done something about the curse you mentioned is probably a bad idea. So,
Well, we should take a look around here then and see if we can find anything that looks cursy. I don't know. I don't know magic.
I mean, I think there's a pretty
Fenric.
big thing that's walking around looking cursy.
yeah. Well, no,
That's fair.
Speaking of flight, do you have any fly spells? She looks to Venric.
I do not. I. It's on my list of things to research.
I was really hoping I could fly and deliver justice. That would have been awesome.
I can levitate. That's about it. Not as useful.
All right, plan B.
Which one's plan B?
Destroy it with the power of justice, obviously.
Wait, what was plan A?
I don't know.
We hit it from the air.
So plan A was
These are
never
terrible
feasible.
plans.
At least I'm trying.
I think they're awesome plans.
I think so
Thank you.
too.
Admittedly, they're not going to work or anything, but they are awesome plans.
Do try. Now, if we could
I
just
really think
mesh
our-
reality around those awesomeness, it would be wonderful.
I think our best bet is to, because I don't think we're going to be able to do much about finding the temple with the Bone Devil around, because we're not going to be able to do it in like 30-second spurts of action and then hiding while it wanders past. We're going to have to do something about that creature before. Excuse me. Before we're going to be able to do anything about locating what's in, under, or in the general vicinity of the oasis itself.
So, fight the Bone Devil?
Yeah,
Alright.
that's what I believe is going to be necessary.
I'm fine with that.
All right. Who's gonna go lure it back here?
Yo, I got this.
We're on it.
Have
No,
fun.
I got this. Time for me to fail some more
Have fun.
persuasion checks.
Well, some of us can attack it from afar and lead it back here. Then we at least have some advantage.
I think trying to talk to it first is probably a good idea. So I'm
You're
all for
going
Itis
to
doing it.
talk with the devil.
What's the worst that could happen?
It's a devil!
That's racist.
Little bit.
Technically true, but it's also a true statement. So, you know, don't feel bad.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said it was racist.
Well, yeah.
Well, they're
Dalen looks
debating
really
whether
confused at that.
That's racist. I guess it's gonna start.
This will end well.
Of course it will.
And my roll 20 froze.
You hear a voice just kind of slither into your mind. Ah, another approaches. Unwise, but enjoyable. What is your purpose for venturing so far out?
Just be like, oh, dude, this isn't where I parked my wagon.
I was on my way to the kitchen for a snack.
I am not a clever man.
Damn it. Come on, Roll20. Load.
I guess you gonna respond to the nice devil?
Sorry, what did the nice devil say? I missed it. Oh, the... I'm not sure what you mean about it being unwise, friend. I'm just here to talk to you about the way of Our Lady in Yosemite. I've got some pamphlets
Jesus
back
Christ.
in the hut, if you'd like to see them.
God damn it.
Yosemite, you say? I just so happen to be an agent of Zahir. Why don't you come closer? As it charges forward, just for shits and giggles, roll initiative.
Ooh, fun.
Of course.
Okay.
It critically failed.
Please, please, let me beat a 4 for once. Yes!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die to the bone devil first.
Yeah.
Well, still better.
Alright, give me a Fulgrim.
So Balcax is gone, so we get buffs, right?
You get +1 to all your attack and damage, and saves that he's proficient in,
Okay.
which I will check for you. So all Constitution and Charisma saves, you will also get +1 to. And then you also get advantage on all the things that he's proficient in, which I will let you know as they become relevant. So I guess as this thing closes in on you, a mere 10 feet away, what do? A mere 15 feet away, what do?
Much better. I'm going to say, oh dear, you look very eager to hear about my lady. I'm going to run back straight to the hut and get some papers for you. And with that, I'm going to run back to the hut.
Oh, just face palming from within the like, oh, Mr. Igus.
And I'm going to stop right outside it.
Yeah? Just gonna chill there?
I'm going to chill right there. And I'm going to cast shield on myself.
Okie doke.
Or shield of faith it is. One sec.
Yeah. You're thinking of Shield of Faith.
Yep.
No, didn't you know? Paladins get shield now.
Well, even if they did, that'd be the wrong place to use it.
I cannot tell this man how to use or not use his own spells.
There we go.
That's okay. I'm a wizard. I can do it.
Alright,
Alrighty.
Venric.
So I will stand there with my glowy shield around me and wait for the devil to charge me.
I am going to ready an action to cast Phantasmal Force if/when it charges.
Okay.
That's it.
Faye?
Oh, that's actually Tip. Um. So Tip is gonna go try to provide some aid for the next attack against it.
Tip can move 30 feet flying.
60, I think. Oh, 40. Sorry.
So you get very close to
Wasn't he out there anyway? Following this thing?
Token didn't move?
My screen was very much locked.
Oh, you can't move him at all?
I couldn't at the time because Roll20 was frozen on me.
Oh, well then yeah, you can put him out here. You can put him right next to the Bone Devil.
We're like behind its ass.
So you use the help action, or he uses the help action to give the next person advantage. What do you do? What does they do?
Well, they will come right here at the hut and cast a Sacred Flame at it.
That requires a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Nah, it's fine.
Fuck. And it's bonus action and activating the red gem.
Alright. Fulgrim.
Far away is it still? He's within hex range, so bonus action I'm going to cast hex. Hex? Where's the button?
Do you have to step out to cast spells in Leomund?
No, you guys can see out.
Oh, I wasn't sure whether you could pass spells through it. If that was the case, I would just stay there.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it.
Okay, then I will have stepped
Okay.
out.
Yeah, outside.
This also means that since Tip was presumably outside of the dome when it was being cast, he can't enter in.
Okay.
Aw.
So noted.
Tip's gonna get eaten.
Hell no!
Okay, so you cast Hex as your bonus action.
And then I will, in fact, I will go ahead and move all the way to here. And I will not be using my action for anything. We're still level 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
On its turn, it comes... Oh man. It can go right there. With beautiful flying speed, it comes right there.
Can
And
I go ahead and
uses-
use my reaction to cast my spell?
Yes, you can.
Alright, just a second. And it's... Well, we'll see whether or not it makes its int save first.
Yeah, it's fine.
It does. Alright. Did you get advantage on an intelligence save?
It gets
Jesus.
advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Wow. This is gonna suck.
So it's
I'm
going to
about to
use...
drop 10d8 of damage on it, so
Maybe.
Fair enough.
So it's going to use its attack to strike out at you with its polearm. It's not going to do so hot, though. And then it's going to use It's 10 more feet of movement to move backwards.
I get an opportunity attack. It left my threatened space.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, do you have your polearm out?
I do.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
said it was a
summon it?
halberd.
Well, look at you. Go ahead, make your attack of opportunity. Yeah, that'll hit.
0.6 to hit for 17 slashing because Hex is in play.
And it
That
is a
counts.
packed weapon, so it's magical, yeah?
It is a magic weapon.
Alrighty. It's been hit. I guess.
All right, it's backed up. So I'm going to take the opportunity to. I'm going to use Sacred Weapon for my other combat buff of choice, and then move up to it. All right. And that'll be my turn.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If something is 10 feet from you and then comes within 5 feet from you, you're allowed to attack with halberd / reach weapon, right?
Yeah.
Only if you have polearm master.
There's no minimum range.
Okay.
Oh, you meant just normally.
Yeah.
There's
wanted to
a
be
feat
sure.
for the thing that I don't have, but
For opportunity attacks when they enter reach, yeah.
Yeah.
like that's the squares I can attack in.
Well, you're dangerous.
Yeah.
Are you able to see its squares?
I would assume that wouldn't be. I mean, not for nothing. In character, we just know how far these weapons can go.
Yeah.
Realistically, so.
So, Venric, what do you do?
And if we miscalculate, that's what attack rolls are for.
I'm gonna go for another Phantasmal Force.
Use all the spell slots.
That
Ooh, that's
should
a
be a
10.
10.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot the D1.
Nice.
All right. So swinging in from the, I guess the west on the map. So it's left. It's going to see the image of just a glowing white angelic figure with a giant sword coming in to chop its head off, and
Nice.
proceed to fight with it. So 6 psychic damage. And that will be it for my turn.
Tip and Thay.
Alright, just gonna provide aid again, and let's see. Let's try one more Sacred Flame on it, and then use the bonus action to focus the gem on that guy. Come on.
Ah.
Back!
Magic resistant, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Of course he is.
It wouldn't be any other way.
Oh, actually, for my movement, can I get on top of the hut? Or no? I guess it's just an entry pass.
I would... It is a slick surface. It is possible I would make you do checks to get up there. So maybe...
Since you passed through it, probably not then.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
can't. Yeah.
Tip can.
Tip can. Tip can get on top.
That's not as fun.
Boop. Now, 2. Attack twice because I have 13 blade. Mwahahaha. Here goes nothing. First attack, 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, for 7 damage. Second attack. 18 to hit.
Will not hit.
That is a beautiful angel.
That is
It
wonderful.
again to me, but whatever.
I wish I
Alright,
could see
so I hit
that.
once. And not gonna use my bonus action for anything, so no, I got Misty Step. Not gonna use. Yeah, that will be my turn.
All right. It will lash out at the angel and striking it. It will be perplexed and decide that this is no good. This particular position is just no good. And
Damn it!
Vulgrim, go ahead and make yours. Well, I mean, as far as critical failures go. Holy hell, you get +8 to your attacks?
All told.
That is impressive to say the least.
It's 4 strength, 3 proficiency, and 1 from Belcax.
+1 Belcax. Alright. Icus, you're up.
Alright. I kind of want to dash after it. So that is what I'm going to do. Alright, I am now next to it, but without an action to actually hit it.
Important thing is you're there.
Yeah, and I can slam him if he tries to get away.
It's true, you can. Venric, what are you doing?
All right. Well, first of all, the illusion follows him for another 6 psychic damage.
Damn.
Man, this illusion's on fire.
It's on fire?
Flaming angel.
Metaphorically. I myself am going to move up a little bit and Ray of Frost the thing. 22 for 9.
Alright.
And it's slowed.
Is that 5 or 10 feet?
10 feet.
They. And Tip.
So Tip will come up and provide advantage again. And let's see. Pull back her fist and release a pacifist blast! Oh, and I keep forgetting there's multiple... Wait, no, sorry, it's multiple blasts, that's right. Got it.
Alright, so 4 damage is respectable.
Just being generally angry that keeps running away from her.
Fulgrim.
Yeah, I'm looking real quick. No, that's the fun looking out. No, death. Okay. I will move as far as I can, which is not very far. Huff, 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 huff. And then I will cast. I'm going to go with Mirror Image. Bam.
There are many of you. All right.
Yep.
On its turn, it's going to go ahead and attack Ikis because it wants nothing to do with the angel. In fact, it would move kind of this away from the angel just for safety's sake. So you're
Holy
gonna,
shit.
one's a 28 and one's an 11.
Wait. Why does it... Oh, it has 2 attacks. Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Shit.
So it strikes out with the pole arm at you, and then while hooked... Ooh, actually.
Mhm.
While grappled, does he get advantage on attacks against you?
No.
No.
Oh, that must be prone.
Yeah.
Grappled
Grappling just prevents
reduces-
movement.
Yeah.
Oh, grappling. You
Shoving
sound so
prone
good.
gives advantage. Well, grappling is good. It's
cooler
just
than what it is.
grappling is good. There's just more steps to it than just grabbing hold of somebody.
Yeah, the grapple condition is more like grabbed.
Yeah.
Like they got their arm on you, you got your arm.
Remember good old Terrence Dactyl and his jumping 30 feet in the air to get people prone first before grappling?
Yeah.
What a fun name. All right,
The
you're going to
best.
take 19 damage.
Okay.
And then, while grappled, it's going to move 30 feet up with you. Well, it's carrying you, so I guess its movement would be halved. So 15 feet up.
Didn't it already move once to get away from the angel?
Yeah, it moved 10 feet. It has 40 total movement.
30 because of Ray of Frost.
Right. And we
So it
round
has
down.
10
so
feet
you're
of
only,
movement.
yeah, so you're only 10 feet up. Not 15. Look at that.
Okay.
So what do you do? You're hanging in the air.
What any self-respecting paladin would do. I'm gonna hit it.
I like your moxie.
All right. Did Tip help on the Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
Okay. Then I don't get advantage, but hopefully I still hit. You gotta be kidding me.
You do not hit.
I have a +10 to attack, damn it.
Those 4s are beautiful.
God damn it!
Wait, you have a +10?
Yeah, I have a
Your
+10.
macro looks like it's only got a +7 right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because you rolled a 7. So that should have been a 17 on the first one.
Okay. That's
Is it normally a
wrong
plus
then.
9 and then you added from Belcax?
It's normally a +7, plus he's got +2 from Paladin stuff and +1 from Belcax.
There was an apostrophe in front of my attack roll buff. I still don't hit it, though, do I?
No, you don't.
No. Brilliant. Okay. And then it's an action to break free of grappling. Righto. At least I didn't blow either of my smites.
Well, hooray.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do this turn, so...
Venric, what do you do?
So first of all, Angel's going to go up above it and behind it and He takes another 3 psychic damage. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and cast a minor illusion to make an image of another angelic figure over here. Significantly up in the air, like 60 feet or so, aiming a bow and arrow at it. Again, very glowy.
Of course. Faye, what do you do?
Okay. Well, Tip's gonna follow in pursuit of this thing for 8 again. And how close can I
Wait,
get?
don't they get a save or something against being grappled?
It's opposed athletic check
There.
normally. Unless
Yeah.
it's a special ability.
Normally,
And-
but a lot of monsters, like ones that have giant hooks for weapons, get to do special stuff.
Ah, shit.
They would like to, from this point, use Misty Step to get up above this thing, fall down and like smack it right in the head with her fist, or like punch right down into it.
Okay. So just right above it? And then-
However high I can get above it with Misty Step from here, so it's 30 feet.
Someone, hypotenuse.
So how high up is it? About 10 feet?
It's 10
10
feet up.
feet up.
You should be able to get to it, no problem.
Yeah, she's able to get to it. It's just how high she can get.
So I think like 15 feet above it, maybe? Or 10 feet?
So I assume you'll want to go 9 feet above it?
Yeah, I'll go with that. As high up as she can get it, and then just use the force and bring her hand right down on its skull.
How high up is it right now?
10.
10 feet.
10.
Look at you go.
Yeah, you can get 28 feet up above it. Or 18 above it, I guess, since it's 10 feet tall.
She was going full on heroics. Yeah, boom!
Alright, you were successful in punching it in the back of the head.
Like,
Oh.
let go of Mr. Ikas.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. That's enough. As you fall down, you're able to cling and twirl in a very acrobatic type motion and prevent some fall damage that would have happened should your landing been not as smooth.
I transfer the fall damage to it. Because I technically fell on it.
Fall Grim.
Okay, I will run up. It's still on the ground, right?
No. It
Yeah.
is 10 feet up in the air.
I have a pole arm. I can still hit it, right?
It's 10 feet off the ground, so I think so.
I have 10-foot reach.
No. Yeah.
I can hit stuff 10 feet away.
Yeah. You're good. You're
I mean,
good.
admittedly, I'm like trying to hook its toe, but
But damn it, you'll get the toe.
hills, yeah. Point. All right. Actually, can I do that? Can I just try and hook it with a halberd?
Are you trying to grapple it with your halberd?
Yeah, basically.
Let me Google halberd real quick. Yes, you could.
Yeah. Halberds are all about doing that. All right, so would that be what, shove attack, I guess?
I don't know. I'd call it.
Or a grab, or
Make a regular attack against it, because you're still trying to,
alright, so regular attack roll.
yeah.
That does include the Belcax bonus. Give me a grand total of 19.
Just enough.
Ha!
It is grappled.
Alright. Well, technically, can I use my other attack, so to speak, to sort of haul it down?
You get 2 attacks when you take the attack action, right?
Yes.
Yes, which grappling is a part of.
But there's really no
Usually.
drag attack. That's the...
I mean, I guess it would be kind of like a shove attack.
You can make a strength check to try and pull it down.
Okay. Keep in mind, he has disadvantage on strength checks.
Ooh.
Strength or athletics? For me.
I'm gonna. You can have athletics. Why not?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. It would have been a 10 anyway.
Get over here!
You
But yeah, he's
feel
all hooked.
you feel like the demon entity who shoots spikes out of his wrist, who we can't mention for copyright reasons, and pull him back down to the ground. Icus in his clutches. On his turn, he's now super pissed at all of you. And what does he want to do? He wants to attack for funsies. So he's going to use his claws and his stinger. And gosh, what does he want to do? He wants to attack Icus probably twice.
Okay.
For
Shit!
25 and 27.
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
And while he's mauling Icus with his claws, he's going to lash out at Fulgrim with his tail. For
20 to
16
see.
versus AC?
Let's see. 1 second. He's attacking me or one of my duplicates. Attacking one of my duplicates, which is an AC of 11.
He
There are
kills
now
that
only-
duplicate.
Yeah, poof. There are now only 2 duplicates left.
Icus, you take 20 damage.
Huh.
I
Okay.
guess they-
Yes.
That's lower than I thought.
Hey man, he's just mauling you with claws. It's no big deal.
Apparently.
It's now your turn.
Alright, we're going to take another try at the whole smite the evil demon thing. Okay. One of those worked.
Yes. The 25 does indeed hit. The 11 won't. And unfortunately for you, sticks in the ground. You may or may not have to use part of your movement to get it back next turn. But
Alright.
it's sand. It's sand. It won't be that hard.
I don't like sand.
coarse and dry.
It gets everywhere.
Oh,
And
jeez.
Once it's in the house, it never leaves.
Whoosh.
The
Fenric.
house? Is
House.
that what the kids are calling it these days?
Oh yeah. You don't call it the house?
I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna have the angel do 5 psychic damage. And I'm gonna try and Ray of Frost the thing.
Close.
That should actually be an 18 because of Belcax.
Still close.
Alright. That's it for me. Because, it would have been so much damage if I had hit.
I know. That whole, 1 damage, man, it would have been killer.
He's got 1 hit point left.
Okay, so have to help out and then just wail on its thing from on its back. Hmm.
Nice. Do it.
So we have 12 damage against it. It does not love you.
Is the
It's
that
a
include
devil.
the
The feeling
Hellcat?
is mutual. Because I was assuming that it's even grappled doesn't mean that it doesn't have to make dex checks or dex saves.
It does not.
Damn you, grapple!
Would you like to move at all?
She's staying on this thing. This is primo whack a spot.
Fulgrim, you're up.
All right. While holding onto it with the halberd, I'm assuming I can't attack with that. So, can I use my other hand to hit it? Try and hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
I will allow it.
Right. Don't have a macro for this. Let's say 2, 5, 6. All right. It's 2 beams. So first attack. 17. Assuming that's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, a little better. Yes.
Alright, roll damage on the second one.
Let me just check something real quick. Bother taking agonizing blast. I did not. Okay. So the damage is 3.
And yeah, it took 14 from me because of the garnet.
Alrighty. I did forget that garnet on the very bottom. On its turn, it's going to release Icus from its grapple, and then it's going to attack him.
Of course.
I mean, why wouldn't it? For 23 damage.
I am down.
And then it's going to use its tail against Fulgrim.
Okay.
18 versus AC.
If it attacks me or duplicates.
We'll see.
Alright, hits the duplicate on an 8+.
Ah, duplicate. You are down to 1.
Again. That was a 50-50 chance.
It's getting very frustrated with all these illusions. Oh, that's right. It also, because things are shooting at it now, it tries to dive, duck.
It is grabbed, though.
Oh, its movement
Dive, duck,
speed is
dip,
0.
dive, Josh.
Yeah, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. But its movement speed is 0.
Good
Oh.
and hooked.
It is what it is. Icus, saving throw, please.
Excellent.
You are not dead yet. Venric, what do you do?
Icus, do you have any healing potions or anything on you?
Let me check.
I mean, I know of someone with a wand.
Right. That's a
Gee,
thing.
if only
I
you were
do
here.
have a
Damn it.
healing potion, but we also have a wand.
We do have a wand of cure wounds.
Who has that?
I think Fulgrim does, because
Yeah,
we didn't
probably
have
stick it
it
in his
last
back pocket
session
or
when we
something.
fought those stupid hyenas.
Yep.
Right.
But I'm totally not going to prevent you from using it, so.
Right. Well, I'll run out, and what would it take for me to get that from Falgrim?
Yeah, item
to-
interaction.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
just
to
like
get
an
it
item
from
interaction with his
Fulgrim,
perk?
to get it from Fulgrim and use it, I'm gonna call it a full action or a full turn action.
So you can run up and do that, but he can't do anything else.
Yeah,
Okay, then I will do that. How much does it heal for?
2d4 plus 2.
Iacus is back up with 7.
Awesome, thank you.
Why do you have a largemouth bass in your inventory?
I assume it was
The
just from
better
the
question
ship,
is, why
the
don't
ship,
the rest of us?
and all the waves like rolling over the ship that one time when we fought the water elemental.
Yeah, probably from the water elemental, come to think of it.
You know what? That is some fun flavor. That will go bad soon.
I'm pretty sure it's already gone bad.
Faye,
Oh,
what do you and
jeez.
Tip do?
Once again, try and wail on this thing for as much as I can.
Nine.
Oof.
You strike spikes.
Ow.
Ouch.
Hurt you stun your hands just a little bit. Gotta shake it off real quick. Hey Valgrim, what do you do?
I'm gonna try to do the same thing I did last turn. So, a momentum.
Oh, I just forgot I didn't do the 1d6 psychic damage. Oh well, we'll get it next time.
Alright, so first blast. Miss. Second blast. Heat.
Then does Heath.
4. A little better on the damage this time. 13 points.
That is better than the damage this time. It is looking rough at this point. You see pieces of it starting to break. You see the wings sagging a little bit. Its noxious breath is ragged.
Damn it, my third attack that last time would have hit too! If the thing is 18, or if the thing is 18 or 19.
Yeah, I thought I asked about that.
Yeah, because I don't, in my custom macros, I don't have the thing from Belcax.
Gotcha.
There's a place at the character sheet if you're using that, but
Oh, and then there's the +1 to each of the attacks from that as well, then.
Yep.
None of those would have hit.
Damn, it has like 20? Shit.
Close.
I think it's at 19.
From last round, though. She had an 18 without the +1.
Yep.
I see a 17, a 12, and a 15.
The round before that.
The 25, the 23, and the 18.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh well.
And that also adds the damage +1 too. Damn.
On its turn, what's it gonna do? It's probably annoyed with the person trying to punch it in the head.
That's fair.
Nice change from the one trying to stab it.
It will miss.
Seriously?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it rolled a 2, man.
No, but like, never mind.
Yeah, the 23 will hit though.
Yep.
So you're gonna take from the stinger 2d8 plus 4, 10 piercing damage plus 25 poison damage, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Does Belcax have that?
You have a +2 in advantage.
Oh, it's advantage.
From
And
Belcax, I thought.
Yay!
So you are not poisoned, but you are
But
severely
ow.
hurt. I guess what do you do?
And we will go for a third round of Stab the Demon.
I love that game.
I know, right?
You're good at that game.
50 radiant damage
I
to the
try.
face.
So its arms are up, swinging the pole arm to try and hit Faye, while the stinger also lodges into her back. Where are you stabbing at?
Stab it right in its devilly face.
Looking up to try and better get perspective on where to hit, it looks down right as your sword makes contact, and it falls limp. You're able to back up just enough to not get hit by the corpse of what was the agent of Zahir.
Yay!
Yay.
Ow! He just grits her teeth and yanks the stinger away from her back. That's not something I would recommend to everybody.
Did I need the second smite on that one, or did I kill it with just the first one?
You killed it with the first one.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
That wasn't too tough.
Nope.
I mean, we've dealt with worse. We've definitely dealt with worse. Alright.
Yeah, he's just
And-
gonna like roll off of the thing and then just like flop slightly on the sand and just breathe.
Disentangle.
Like I said, it wasn't too bad.
Drops it.
I'll be fine, Tip.
Need help there, lass?
Quite possibly. It's
Need a bit of healing?
bit tingly.
No, I was just gonna go get one.
Since Belcax isn't around here to ask, did it have anything on it?
Can we loot its blade or whatever?
You can try and loot its polearm, made of demon bone.
That's like made
That
for
sounds metal.
that's made for a large creature, so
20-foot pike, maybe. I will say, looting bearded devil glaives, always worth it.
hey, it worked out for Gunther.
It
Yeah,
totally
that-
did. Duration on this. Ah. Good.
I just imagine you guys using it. This thing is like a giant ballista bullet.
I'm okay with this.
I'm very okay with this.
I like where this is going.
Weapons
Alright.
of mass desecration.
So I'm gonna take my healing
So wait, was
potion.
there an answer to the question?
Yeah, you can get the polearm, but there's nothing else on it.
Okay. I'm alright with leaving the polearm. I don't think we can practically carry it.
Can we even carry it?
It would take 2 people from size alone.
Probably not worth it.
No.
We can just have my glasses so carry it. It's fine.
It'll build muscle.
I don't
Let's
think he
carry
has
it.
enough muscle to start.
I mean, he doesn't have to lift it above his head. He can just like drag it. We could like
Don't
rig up a
fall on it,
little
though.
harness for him and everything.
Yeah, all he has to do is just not trip on it.
Well, I mean, I would imagine that like with the harness, he'd be dragging it behind him. So really, he just has to not die of heat stroke.
Which was already something he had to do.
You're not really making his task any more difficult by putting this extra burden on him.
Right.
Well, not making it more complicated.
Look,
Actually,
it's
are we
hot.
taking a short rest? Because I'll just use hit dice.
I
That's the
would
case.
like to short
Yeah.
Short rest
Yeah.
does seem like a good. Also, with all that commotion, nothing else has come along and sniffing around. There's no other devils like watching, seeing what happens.
Not that you can observe, though. I guess you do see something rippling in the water.
There's
Oh,
something in
well,
the water.
Everyone, there's something in the water. I'm gonna go check that out.
This is how horror movies start, by the way.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna
Horror
go with
movies don't normally have paladins.
true.
There's nothing in the water to the rest of you.
Interesting.
Uh,
Nevertheless, I'm not gonna let him go over there on his own.
yeah, what's going on?
Fair enough. I'll wander over to the edge of the water, I guess, and I'll divine sense as well. Might as well.
You get no devils, or demons, or fiends. I think those are the only ones.
Celestials?
Celestials. You get a faint celestial vibe. As about 30 feet out, the water begins to form into a humanoid figure that
You found the lady of the
begins
lake.
to walk towards you. Walking on top of the water, you hear the muffled voice of Camarus. She tells you to take off your gear, cast it into the lake, and submit yourself, truly undefended, to the will of Nusemne.
I thought this was for Fulgrim. Okay. Let's do it.
Do any of us, any of the other, anyone else hear it?
No, it is nothing unusual to you. He just starts getting naked.
Mr. Icus.
Wait, I'm confused.
I turn to them all and say,
Quickly
guys,
turn the kids around.
There aren't any kids here.
Come on, gentlemen, it's naked time. Wait, what?
Naked time!
It is hot out, guys, okay?
guys, trust me. Camus is telling me I need to go into the lake.
I'm not detecting any magic. Or am I? Or... Interesting.
Nope. Just
And I'm sensing something celestial from her, from divine sense, right?
a very faint celestial vibe.
Ugh. Excuse me.
It's pretty far
Okay.
out, man.
Alright, I'll strip down to my skivvies and,
She didn't say strip down
What?
your skivvies. She said strip down completely.
she said just strip down to be
Truly
defenseless.
Defense.
But, okay, strip down completely and,
Just keeping watch in case anything bad goes down.
I think something bad already did go down. I just got naked.
And then blocking view from children.
Everyone back in the dome.
It's transparent.
Like, we don't see the water at all. We don't see anything like that.
I mean, we see the water, but
Yeah, the water's there. There's just nothing unusual about it.
Can Tip sense her as like a fellow celestial?
No. This is a Fulgrim solo thing. Or, Fulgrim solo. This is an Icus solo thing.
Yeah,
Fulgrim Solo has way more like heavy metal rock.
Dwarves all
And
look
angst.
alike.
Don't
Speed
get the
metal.
angst.
Fulgrim's into speed metal.
I want to change my token or something for this, but then I realized I'd have to look up naked dwarf, and I don't want to do that.
It's not something you want on your Google search history.
No. So I'm just
Whoa.
gonna walk into the lake.
Did the ground just disappear for anybody else?
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, hey, there it
there
is.
we go.
Definitely didn't happen. Not a thing.
Definitely did not accidentally move it to the GM layer. Nope.
No, that didn't happen. I have no idea where that blue water line is. Like what layer it's on. I can't select it on any of them. Alright, that's not important right now.
Oh,
I
while
mean,
I'm
it's
walking into the lake, I'd
either
like
the
to
map
heal
layer or
myself
the
for
object layer.
29 health.
I'm sorry, I guess I didn't hear
While I'm walking into the lake, I'm going to heal myself for 29 health.
you. Okay. So you walk into the lake and it's an odd sensation. You're walking down a flight of stairs, though when you look down, it's an ordinary lake bed. As your head starts to dip below water, you get a nervous sensation in and of yourself, questioning whether or not to plunge underneath.
For better or for worse, Ikus trusts cameras. She's been good to him so far.
Steak.
So we're going in.
With a gulp of air, you lower your head underneath, and as soon as you're fully submerged beneath the water, from head to toe, your vision changes from that of an undersea oasis to that of a burial site. You see the skeleton of a humanoid of mass proportions. You barely measure up to the size of the tip of a pinky finger bone. It is incredibly large. You cannot help but gasp in awe. The lighting is dim, but enough to see. The air around you is comfortable, but slightly damp. And the cave that you reside in is just awe-inspiringly massive to house this skeleton.
Ikus's breath will catch in his throat a little bit. A shiver will run down his spine. He'll stutter out, What is this? Cameras? Where are you? What have you shown me? Where am I?
She does not appear to you, though you start to feel a tingling sensation that rises ever so slowly from your toes. And as
Good
you look
tingle or
around,
bad tingle?
it kind of feels like daggers. But uh, as you look around, you start to see a radiant luminescence coming up the corpse. Slowly.
I'll walk
Ever so
forward and stand in the radiance and bow my head.
it rises up the skeleton as the feeling rises up your legs. And almost when the pain is too intense for you to take anymore, you look up, opening your eyes from bowing your head for the first time through the entire process. And before you stands a vision of New Semni, revitalized.
I drop to one knee and bow my head. My dread lady, how may I serve you?
At this point, for everyone else, Ikus has been gone for moments, maybe, when all of a sudden the water starts to boil and steam, and the entire ground around you begins to shake and sift and shift.
Well, this seems safe.
I get ready for a fight.
I'd like you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, that's not good.
We get a +1 from Belcax.
Yep.
Nice, I got an 11.
Well, that's just dandy. As the ground shifts and moves, it begins to rise the entirety of the oasis, forming simply the eye of the figure that stands in the desert. You see Ikis just at the bottom of her feet, as she seems to have risen from nowhere. He glows in just a divine energy, and she looks at Fulgrim clinging onto her because it is now much too high to let go.
Whoa.
Lifted it up and set down on the ground safely by seemingly nothing. She looks and just peers into both Ikis and Fulgrim's soul. But before any celebration or questions can be had, a dark ichor smothers the ground around Fulgrim. Black smoke starts to pour out of it, and you hear this tingling sensation crawl up your spine that you know to be Calfei.
Pay-per-view God and Devil fight.
Got it.
He rises, just surrounding you. He looks down. I see you've made a dire mistake. What are you planning to do? Try and free yourself with this minor god? You cannot escape me. Our contract is forever. Yeah, Calfei is visible to everyone.
I'm going to find a way out.
You're trapped. For eons now you will be my underling. Though, I shouldn't be too hasty. You've done powerful deeds indeed. I can reward you, should you continue to serve.
You
At this
already know
point-
what I want.
Oh, mortals, always wanting what they cannot have. It's not an option to you. Cameras, still in a watered form, lays a hand onto you, Ikis, and it's cold. Just unreasonably cold for being naked. You look up, and through muffled sounds, she goes, "This is the time. This is when you make your request. This is how you save him."
Icus stands, turns to the Lady Nusemni, and says, My lady, from my service to you, I ask but one boon. That you free my friend from his service to this petty demon.
Her eyes meander down to meet yours, and you could easily fit within the pupil. Slowly her head turns, with no rush like that of any immortal. Her finger slowly lowers, Calfei for the first time taking notice, true notice, of Nusemni there. He cackles to himself. You think I am not too powerful for you? As he cackles, just the tip of her middle finger touches him on the brow, and he explodes in luminescence, light pouring out from every orifice as his skin slowly melts away, no longer regenerating. The ichor stops dripping from his hands, the smoke recedes into the hole from whence it came. And as he disintegrates, all that's left is Falgrim's belt as it lies at his feet, now completely unadorned.
Fulgrim screams wordlessly, falls to his knees.
Thea's just like staring up at this, like, whoa.
I
Well,
guess
she's still like speechless.
Her middle finger, now mere feet away from Fulgrim, not having moved since touching Calfei, moves closer and touches him on the forehead as well. You erupt with agonizing pain as you feel literal bits of your soul torn asunder and discarded. When you're finally able to come back to any sort of consciousness, you feel just a sort of almost levitation about yourself. You feel weightless. You feel joy. For the first time, you don't even know how many years. For the rest of you, you see this happening. He is stripped down to nothing. His calves slowly heal back to their pre Calfei form, and the horns recede back into his head. He now looks completely an ordinary dwarf once more.
The moment she realizes what exactly happened, Thea is just kind of like crying, like tears of joy.
Icarus rises from his bow and goes over to Fulgrim and just without words just crushes him in a hug.
You see two naked dwarves hugging in pure glee.
The OTP, go! 21.
Why is he naked? We
Entering from below, yeah, Mr. Fulgrim! I knew it! The light of justice shines true again! She's just cheering from the bottom.
She looks down upon Camus now, her watered form, and just passes a hand over it. It forms into the Camus that you know. Wings, divine, and extended. Camus grows to nearly 30 feet high, proportionally wide, and just bows her head as Nusemni's form shimmers and seems to drift upwards as it disappears. Camus follows and you are all left in the middle of the desert. 2 naked dwarves, a dragonborn, a human, and whatever the hell Venric is.
Yeah! As soon as they're all around dog pile on that hug. I knew it! I knew you could do it!
So you like dwarves, eh, Faye?
Still likes everybody.
That's
What's
fair.
wrong with that? I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! See? I knew there was light in you.
We all did. Somewhere.
Would you just put clothes on already?
Yeah,
Don't ruin the moment, Mr. Venric!
Yeah, when it's this hot out, like, clothes would actually help you cool down, so you wouldn't have the sun on you.
Yeah, at
We
some
have
point
a
I'm gonna
water!
put
We
a
have
ring
everlasting
on it
water!
and drag it back to the dome. But
Yeah.
We're going back, they'll at least offer her cape.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to make it until 9 o'clock, give Fulgrim a little extra time to rework some of his character sheet.
Okay.
Woo!
I think a bunch of gotta rename that. Okay, now I have to find. The name of the pet is Undying Light, right?
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's gonna be great. 'Cause I know exactly what that is.
There it is. Okay. It's big.
Many special people change. How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Getting high on top of a god. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in the champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in the champagne supernova in the sky. All the Oasis. It fits too well.
Give me a couple more minutes, okay?
Cool.
Never mind, I'm back. Oh.
All right. Do we have everybody else?
Movement spell.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Row, row, row your truck.
Gently down the highway.
But not too gently or else we get pulled over by the cops for going too slow.
How much is it raining where you guys are anyway? Make a note.
No rain here, only snow.
Only
was
bitter cold wind.
Crazy cold today where I am.
Yeah, you know, it's been like terribly cold for like the past 2 weeks. I mean, I think like last Friday it was like 70 degrees.
I hope you can see
Where
this
are
because I'm
you?
doing it as hard as I can.
It's been insane in the Northeast. It's been crazy warm and then crazy cold today. It was like 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
And last week it was 70. So just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like-
I'm in Virginia. I think we had like 2 minutes of snow earlier today, and that was the highlight of my day.
And that's why I've become a hermit playing Star Wars.
I don't know, in the West they're getting like all the precipitation they've ever gotten, like all at once.
Okay, I think we have a Belcax.
Yeah, we do have
Hey.
a Belcax.
Woo!
I'll just note that I owe myself a second level spell and move on.
Belcax, you missed all the naked dwarves.
No, I think there's still some naked dwarfs.
I wanted to say he missed it.
I don't.
So
There's still
anyway,
time for hot dwarf on dwarf action.
Belcax, if
I
you're trying
mean-
to speak, your mic is muted.
There's still room for dwarf on dwarf action. I'm not sure I'd call it hot dwarf on dwarf action.
No, sorry, I was trying to
To each
open
his
up
own,
the
man.
app
Okay.
so that I actually have push to talk and not just, broadcast all the time.
Gotcha.
You get through the browser.
well, hey,
Right,
how
I'll
was
be
your 2
putting it on.
hours?
Not as much fun as if I'd have remembered this was going on.
It's okay, ours was
Yeah.
pretty traumatizing.
You can see it all later.
So we're back. You guys have free reign to react as you see fit.
They's just hugging and partying and like cheering them on, basically.
I'm gonna go back to the hut, grab some clothing, and throw it at the dwarves.
If she can make a like
Mine's like
a
mostly
circle
like
of hands, like grabbing people and spinning
covered
around.
in sand. The only problem.
I guess is just gonna like keep hugging Fulgrim as long as he's still down for that. And he's also gonna be smiling like a dork.
So many dorks, so much dork smiling right now.
You know, it's strange. As you look down at the clothes that Dolivar has thrown at you, or Benric has thrown at you, you notice a pendant around your neck that wasn't there before. Fulgrim, I should have specified.
Ooh. See, not completely naked.
Because the pendant makes it better.
A
Exactly.
necklace doesn't count. That's an accessory, not clothes.
Stop
I
being
assume
so
I'd, like-
down.
Feel that against my chest or something.
The hair.
So after-
can be well
Oh, I'm sure you feel something. Maybe not
So-
against the chest, but
In the symbol of New Semni, you feel a spark of power from the necklace itself. And for some reason, you know what it does.
What does it do?
It does what it said in chat.
Ah,
Ooh.
whoops, my bad.
Alright, let me just copy that. And this is a holy symbol of Nusumni?
Yes, it is.
It's so shiny.
Very, very shiny.
Does it give off any radiant energy?
No, but you have the feeling that it's like a redone antique. It's very valuable, but you don't want to mess with it too much. You might wear down the value.
But it's pretty.
And Glaciso comes running up to naked Igus.
Oh,
Wow.
of course.
Was that
Wow, that's a huge sword.
Shh!
No!
Mr. Igus, who was that giant lady?
All I want to do is see it turn into a giant woman, a giant woman!
It was just about to make the same reference.
That was my goddess. Unless so.
The dead one? She didn't look very dead to me.
Me neither. I don't think she's quite dead anymore, unless so.
So
I'm
you
not-
worship a zombie?
Damn it!
Just
Henrik,
trying to
hush, the adults are
clarify.
talking!
Rude.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with her right now, unless so. But I
Yeah,
I
we're
think
at
we
it's
have-
it's complicated on Macebook.
The gods and the light work in mysterious ways, Anglesso.
That's all well and good, but Mr. Ikus, why do you look like my dad when he comes home sometimes?
They will just take Anglesso by the shoulders, gently spin him around, and lightly push him back towards the I think we need to have a nice chat sometime.
What kind of shit was his dad into?
Sounds pretty normal to me.
It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Come on, back to the hut. Let's let them get changed up.
Igus's hands are just gonna drop off of Fulgrim and just he's gonna blush really hard and just run over to his clothes and throw those back on.
Does anyone need any more water or any food?
I think we could all use a light meal. Before we turn around and head back in.
I mean, personally, I'd rather have a food meal, but I suppose we can make do with just light.
The light is enough!
The light is most certainly enough.
We can just pretend to be plants. It's fine.
Yeah.
The light is more than enough.
Should be interesting for travelers now that the oasis is gone.
Oh shit, it
Well,
is.
sucks for them.
To be fair, it did have a demon surrounding it, so I don't think many people were getting any water beforehand.
Yeah, that's true. It did have a bone devil.
Yeah, but it could have been a decent landmark. Anyway, so where are we going now? Where's the map?
I will take you to it.
I've got it open already.
Too late.
This is actually better than the handout anyway. So we're roughly in the middle of the Reshnu Desert,
Mm-hmm.
like by the R.
You dare.
Okay. Well, now we're heading westish, right?
But we were
Yeah.
gonna look for somewhere in these mountains. There's a way through. The issue.
So do we want to go up to Jess, down to Hefsmith, or just cut in between the two of them?
Speaking
that
of
would
Jess and
be,
the other kids,
I guess would be the one who would know where to start looking for passages. I'm from the North Mountains.
Or are we going back to Shim to pick up the other two brats?
Oh, right, those two.
We could do that too.
We should do
Right.
that,
More kids.
probably.
Should we?
I thought
I
we
mean,
left
yeah,
them
they're
in
our
good care.
responsibility.
Dalen's dad.
Yeah, we left them with... Yeah. But I mean, he can't keep them forever.
Because we can.
Yeah.
We have more money than he does, probably.
well, we're not poor, but we did say we were just going to the desert and back.
We
That's
definitely
fine. If we don't appear again, they'll probably just assume we all died horrible deaths.
That's not funny.
Alright,
Plus,
so I
he
guess we're
doesn't
going
have
back
a
to
fancy
Shim.
plot of land.
Yeah, I think we do have to go back to Shin.
Yeah. There's no real way around it.
Alright.
And we do still need more rations.
Are we
Yes.
irrational?
Yes, that is the thing we need. Plenty of water, but no food.
Well, we do have food, because Falgrim can still hunt and stuff and forage. There's just more than 5 of us is the problem.
Not really in a desert.
I mean, I'm sure I can find some food, but I don't know if it's how many people.
Beat the crap out of some cacti.
You can still get like
They're
some
all
rats
cactars.
and like some lizards and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know how many people.
Not necessarily tasty, but
Like, I'll be fine, but y'all on your own.
Yeah, Fulgrim could feed Fulgrim here.
you know, the occasional like hyena or pack of camels that strangely have a bunch of cloth on them.
You guys murdered all the hyena already,
We should have taken the meat from them.
but you didn't.
Also, carnivore meat's probably pretty bad.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
We have plenty of rations.
You know, this is always how it goes.
Yeah,
You guys
isn't this why
murder
we have the kids?
something, you leave, and then you go, oh, we should have taken that.
To be fair, the one time someone has taken something, it's been an egg, and now we'll worry about that.
Or
And
most
that
of the
egg
cool
is
stuff
gonna
gets melted.
hatch into a beautiful baby basilisk.
Don't we have like a couple
And
of magic
somebody's going to end up getting petrified. And yeah, that's basically what's going to happen.
Speaking of the basilisk,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yay.
it's an egg still. So you guys were headed to Shim?
Yep.
Mhm.
For the sake of brevity, you make it without dying.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's
Also,
the
for
wrong
sake of-
music for making it without dying.
Yahwatashi wa kataze.
Perfect. Also, for the sake of brevity, while not dead, Belcax, Fulgrim, Phelan, and Ikis are now all turned to stone, as well as Angleso, because it hatched and had no idea how to control itself.
Oh, crap.
Good game, well played. Who wants to run the next campaign?
GG no re.
I'm up for Age of Empire. Do this.
No. Your egg does seem mere hours from hatching, though. You'll want to get it to a safe location where you can take tender care and make sure it's healthy, as it is a very vital stage.
Okay. I'll take it to the library, because I'm assuming we're in Chim at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take it to the library and go into the, Let's go with the historical biography section. Nobody ever goes in there.
You find one person in there reading about the biography of a very late great athlete. Kuskamath.
Is it a
John
another,
Cena!
like a civilian? I'll ask them if they can go sit in the main section of the library,
They look
as the room is needed for official library business.
They look a little caught off guard, but I mean, you do look like a dirty hobo of a librarian. No oblige.
Yep, that's me.
Bum 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 bum. What does everyone else do? Well, Ben
That'll be on the way
has
back.
a couple hours to prep.
They would go home and let her father know, and the kids know that they're still alive, and then what happened, like explain the whole story, just like, and then this happened, Dad, and then this, and it was so beautiful, and then a goddess of light came out, and it was, just swapping story.
Meanwhile, Icus is telling Icus about something.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
Falgrim just eavesdrops.
He needs to give himself a refresher. He's telling it to himself in a mirror before he tells Fulgrim.
Yeah, I tell Fulgrim as well as myself, I guess.
English so also listens intently. So you go, you pick up the kids, you see your dad. Those two go off, or those three go off. They talk about Yosemite and how awesome she is. Benrick disappears to the library with a hatching egg. Belcax, what do you do?
I'll just go find a bar and hang out for a bit.
It's a good way to celebrate. Do you have a particular
We're celebrating?
favorite bar?
No, just whichever one's closest.
The Golden Guzzle it is. Hashtag throwback to episode 1.
Is that the bar we went to in episode 1?
It is. It is the bar.
Nice.
It's a tavern that you guys kept trying to sleep at. But damn it, it's a tavern, not an inn. Anyway, Benrick, describe to me the process of how this egg comes to be a baby basilisk.
Wow. One of mommy basilisks loves a daddy basilisk very much.
I'm listening intently.
But seriously though, I mean, following up on the books, I'd make sure that the eggs got a nice bit of warmth going. probably some heated rocks. And then just let it hatch and make sure I don't look it in the eye. Would it be possible for me to turn it into my familiar while it's hatching? Since I currently don't have one.
Find familiar takes an hour, right?
At least.
I'll look it up.
It might be 10 hours.
It's not
So what
that
you do is
long.
you take Feather Soul and just jam it into the basilisk and kick out the basilisk.
I mean, if I could do that, I'd be okay with that.
Because, I mean, I don't know how you do that otherwise, because, I mean, it's a spirit.
I mean, I was thinking of just like a new familiar, but
Casting
that works
time
too.
is 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Casting is 1 hour.
Well, 1 hour and 10 minutes because it's a ritual.
Mark off 10 gold
Yep.
for all the stuff, and yes, it doesn't take an hour for it to hatch, but it's a baby basilisk whose eyes still haven't opened. It's relatively easy to keep contained while you perform the ritual.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'll go and find it some food and get like a tiny little blindfold-esque thing set up so it doesn't accidentally petrify anybody. And just sort of start telepathically talking to it so it grows familiar with me.
Describe the blindfold setup that you're wanting to use.
So, how exactly does the basilisk petrification work? Like, do you need to be able to see the eyes? Like, could it be like a like if a basilisk was looking at you through like a one-way mirror, could it petrify you?
How to put this? That's a really good question. So neither of you have to see each other, so long as... To answer the question, no. It wouldn't be able to petrify you. Not because it couldn't see you, though. If the basilisk and the target look at each other, regardless of if they can see each other or not, the effect will happen unless there is some object in the way. So if you were to put like,
So if I could put like sort of like a translucent like fabric in front of its eyes, it would stop the effect.
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be like a sort of like a thin black silk thing, so it can still see and like move around, but it'll stop it from accidentally stoning people.
right. For now, you also know that it's not going to open its eyes for the first 2 weeks of life.
Oh well, in that case, I'll just hold off on the. Well, actually, yeah, I would go ahead and put the fabric on now, just so it grows used to it. And in the meantime, so I'm assuming lizards tend to like get around, up and moving pretty quickly after hatching. I'm gonna try and get it to train to like sit on my shoulder while I'm walking around.
Okay. Go ahead and deduct an extra 5 gold, just for
The blindfold.
unique resources.
Sure.
I mean, it's just not every day you're gonna find a black translucent basilisk eye mask
Right.
shades.
Well, I mean, I figured you'd pick up like a nice scarf and cut it down. But yeah, I'd imagine I'd need some other stuff to care for a baby basilisk still.
Yeah. Like, do you know how hard it is to pick up baby basilisk milk on the black market these days? Impossible. Ugh.
Especially
There's only
considering
about-
basilisks wouldn't actually give milk, so
I know. It's like finding
being
the
a cross
tears of
between a
fetus.
bird and a reptile.
Man, I mean, like between that and all the hen's teeth I need for magic, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just rough.
It is impossible these days. Supplies are just not popping up like they used to.
It's okay. It could be worse. The spell components could require Icus acting politely around children.
Well, that would just never happen.
I am polite around on Glassestone most of the time.
I kid.
It's just there are occasional situations where I do things like hug other dwarves.
While naked.
Shh, that part
It's
is
okay.
irrelevant.
It's okay. You know, when a daddy dwarf loves a daddy dwarf.
More daddy dwarves spring out of the stone. Fully formed.
That story that between Thane and Dad are just getting more and more beautiful. Like, it will turn into an epic saga that her father will tell in song form someday.
Well, I mean, it's like, how do you tell the difference between a male dwarf and a female dwarf? The female dwarf's beard is well combed.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I think that's it for me and the Basilisk for now. Until it gets a little bit older and can actually do things.
So, the rest of you, I mean, it is free reign. You have plenty of quests. You guys just need a plan.
All right, we still have to get to the library, right? The library of what's his name?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's over this way somewhere.
It's the clue we have is in Denbol.
Okay.
Also, what would have Totem and Hick been doing while we were gone? Because they would have asked them basically how they were doing, what all they do, what silly antics did our dad, like adventures that did he get them on?
Totem took to your father like white to rice. He tried to sing the songs, he tried to do the dances, he tried to perform just like him. He failed in almost every regard, as a little kid is known to do, but he tried. Hick, on the other hand, did lots of chores and tried to be helpful.
Oh. So it sounds like her father has a bit of a apprentice bard in training going on.
A little bit.
Half tempted to ask if Totem wants to stick around and learn some more. What Hick wants to do. Because honestly, Thay is tempted to ask Hick whether he'd be interested in learning some monk stuff. Or with the arms.
I mean, hey, double the arms, double the punches.
Or just in general, like, what kind of things does he like? Because she's at least trying to get to know the kids a little bit better. Despite none of them actually, like, clinging around like Jess and Glessizo.
Totem wouldn't mind sticking around with your dad. You're not sure that he grasps the full implications of what you're asking him, but it seems like he's enthusiastic about it. At the same time, Hick doesn't seem to have any strong interest in anything. He just more or less goes with the flow of life.
Well, that's a good attitude for a monk. Like, going with the flow there's nothing wrong with that. It's like the water. The water is calm and cool and keeps everyone alive. Very tranquil, I like that.
He just gives you a short kind of... It's not a hug. I'd call it closer to an embrace. You make physical contact in a hugging type motion without any emotional connection from Hick.
That's fine with that. She can have enough emotional connection for both of them. Just gives them a right hug. What do you say, still adventuring buddies? Or do you want to stay around here? It's up to you, really.
I'll travel with you.
Great. Just take him by the hands and just kind of grin at him. It'll be a pleasure.
Pleasure for me too.
Like the little brother she never had.
Without many words, he goes back to trying to tidy up around your father's place, making sure that everything is as it should be.
She'll help him around with that too, since she knows where her dad likes stuff, and considering he helped her out, she's helping him out. It's nice to be in the old house once in a while.
While you're enjoying the company of your father and Hick and Totem, Fulgrim, you ask around about Orsham. You hear that things have kind of pulled a 180 there. Crime is down to nearly nothing. There are no longer any sort of Mafwa presence in the city. The new regent, or what is it? The new emir there is absolutely heartless and completely just. At no point does she go out of her way to how do I phrase this? She does every bit of her duty perfectly, and nothing outside of that.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I hope she does well. I think we'll leave her alone then.
We will leave her alone, and we are never going back to worship.
I don't know. Maybe it's not the same Orsham you knew. I mean, no Mafwa, no crazy emir who wants to summon a devil. No priest who has a grumpy accent.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yep. There's a very good reason for that.
I'm not sure if I'd call it good, but there's definitely a reason.
It's a very good explanation for why he isn't there. As in, it explains very well.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. So, Venric has a new familiar. Fulgrim now knows about Nusemni and finds out about Orsham. Thay, you deal with your dad and Hick and Totem. Belcax goes and drinks himself silly. Icus, is there anything else that you do?
Icus is gonna talk to Onglesso for a bit, and just answer any other quick questions he has. But he's gonna go pray. She hasn't done for a while, but he's
Who are you trying to
gonna
prey
go
upon?
pray.
Like the weak, the needy, small children?
Oh my god, not you two.
Oh, that's just a fun play on words.
I know. No,
Like my job here is done with this with this goddess. I'm gonna do every single sin ever.
Dig the poor. He's gonna go. Thanks to Nusemi for what she's done.
You can find agnostic temple or a deity-less temple that can be used for any sort of praying. Though, no, you're in Shim. There's probably one or two very small churches in Yosemite here. You can go find them, pray. Notice that there's only like 3 other people there. But
What
you
room is
feel-
ballroom?
Try to share the good news with them. Get labeled.
Yeah,
a
I'll share the
madman.
news with them as well. That was what I was going to say.
How long do you guys spend in Shim?
Probably a couple days, given we're recovering from the desert.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta restock and set up.
Man, now I need to come up with a name for a basilisk.
I've got it, Bassie.
Nah, that's what I'm naming my largemouth bass.
The one that's now rotten? Yeah.
Oh, is it rotten now? Seriously? It was in
obviously
a
Medusa.
water elemental. That has to do something for it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you decided to like also have a fish tank in your inventory.
Shh.
Knew I forgot something.
He's just constantly pouring the decanter of endless water onto it. Breathe! Breathe! I guess I need a drink. Not now, I'm trying to make my fish live.
Just have a bag of holding aquarium.
Got an aquarium of holding.
It's
Guys,
see-through.
so many fish.
So what I'm hearing is that I no longer have a largemouth bass, so I should take it out of my inventory. Or
You can
relabel it
have
as
a
raw.
largemouth bass skeleton.
I'm sure you could.
Oh.
I'm sure you could fish slap an enemy with it. Maybe some
That is
possible disease damage.
an excellent that.
Do the Monty Python fish slap dance.
So over the course of the couple days, after you tell people that Yosemite is back, you start to see more and more people come to her temple. Not lots more. It goes from 3 to 10 by the end of your stay. You can't help but feel, I don't know, a little bit perturbed. Like, these posers. I was here before she was alive again.
New 70
So
hipster now.
I don't think we'll be hipsters about it.
No, people aren't perfect. They, heard that she died and didn't really want to worship her. That's fine.
Which, let's be honest, seems completely fair.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Unless you all want to do something specific other than rest, your time is coming to a close in Shim. Do you have a plan?
I think we should head out towards the library. Excuse me, library.
Sounds like an epic
Put that
quest.
on hold for our sake, and okay,
Which-
you spent that time now.
Which route are we taking? South, north, or just cut straight through the mountains?
How far, if we got a boat, because we have some money now, if we got a boat to take us, how far upriver could a boat? Could it get us all the way to Rurigal?
Rengal? Should be able to.
It will.
Oh, also before we leave, they would find a guy named Dusty. So I think it was an innkeeper, because she was told to say hi for his brother, I believe, from the port town where they were at.
Indeed. Good memory. So you
I think
go,
that
you
would
say
be
hi to
it.
Dusty. He is he's delighted to hear news from his family, and tries to get to know you a little if you're willing.
Oh, of course, she's basically making friends with anybody who's not evil.
He seems like a jolly, light-hearted fellow, though incredibly opinionated. While speaking, day turns to night, and night turns to dancing, and before you know it, you've spent hours with him just grooving to cool tunes in his bar from some bard who plays a mean lute.
Alright, fill a bar. Fill lute players. Have a jam session. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. And then stock up.
Oh, that reminds me. About halfway into your stay at Shim, the key does start to hum with its magical energy once more. I believe Belcax has it.
Which item?
The magical key that you guys used a couple times is desert, and it appeared to be a swamp for you, or it appeared to lead to a swamp for
Right.
you, and then after the third try, its magic kind of faded to a mere wisp of its former potency. After days of travel, it is back to that overly enthusiastic activity in which it hums arcane presence.
So are we back together, or are we still kind of split up?
No, I assume you all came back together
Yeah.
for the nights over or across the various nights.
Over the nights, I'm gonna teach Unglesazo more about using his lovely wooden sword.
Okay, go ahead and make an intelligence check with proficiency. Venric, how about you? Are you spending any time researching Gnomish?
Yeah, actually. So I've been keeping track of that. I've got 2 attempts actually at this point.
Okay, so were you practicing in desert at all, or not wearing it?
Yeah. Not like the entire time in the desert, but like maybe like half the time.
Okay, so half the time.
I've been keeping track of it. Before we got to the Oasis, I was at 17 days with 1 attempt that I hadn't done yet.
Okay, go ahead and make that attempt, and you're gonna have another 4. No, you're gonna have another full 5. So you'll be you're gonna make 2 attempts and then have 1 rollover.
Okay. What is it? D20 plus intelligence. Do I get proficiency?
I'm gonna look.
I've completely forgotten.
Yeah, it's been a while. Say an hour every day, every 5 days, make intelligence checks to see how effective your character was at studying and retaining information. The DC depends on how your character chose to try and learn. So it's just a straight intelligence check.
Alright. There's the first one. There's the second one.
Second one was not so successful. The first one was you seem to retain Gnomish. It seems as though that travel was conducive to your studying of this language.
Cool.
Very. So 1 success, 1 failure.
Yep. Alright.
Did you try and teach Jess anything at all? Or continue with Anglasiso's reading because, like I said, failed so hard?
Yeah, I'll continue with both of them.
Okay, go ahead and make call it 1 intelligence check with advantage and proficiency. Look at you go. You're a smart kind of guy.
Yep.
At this point, Anglasiso is able... Actually, Anglasiso and Jess are able to recite the whole alphabet while Anglasiso is starting to really grasp writing. Jess, on the other hand, is young and getting it just slightly slower than Anglasiso.
Don't even need the song anymore, yay!
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted, in the meanwhile, they would spend maybe an hour or two in the nights teaching Hick some meditative stances, like monk meditation techniques. Finding the inner light and the power and
So go
Turn
ahead,
that-
same thing. Intelligence check with proficiency to see how good of a teacher you are.
It's
You're
more a
not
wisdom
so-
thing anyway. It's okay.
You're not so hot at communicating the form and stances. Maybe with more time he'll get it.
It's probably just better to watch and learn at this point.
Alright, gang. You've taught, you've learned, you've hatched, you've restored a religion. What else you gonna do? You got maybe a day left in Shim.
Sleep.
Rest and stock up rations and other
I just
supplies we
want-
need for getting through the mountains, I guess, or which way we're going.
Talk to Venric real quick and see if he ask him if he can like track something and how far away he can track it if he can.
What do you mean track something?
Well, let's say we have a magic door. Let's say we throw something through it. Is there any way you could locate where said thing ends up?
Not really. No.
Okay, then.
Not unless like we're close to it already. I mean, I can locate objects within 1,000 feet, but that's not going to help with the door.
You'd also have to make it an object that's not gonna give you a whole shit ton of fall.
I mean, what we could do is open up the door at like night, or at least at nighttime when it's there. Take a look at the stars and try to figure out where it is based on that.
Assuming we can see through the canopy of the swamp.
Right.
Somebody can.
Would he have to go through the door to do that, though?
Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, worst case scenario, he just disappears and then Flint resummons him.
That's a mean way of putting it.
I was gonna say,
true.
if that's the case, can't we do that with Feather, too?
Feather died a while back and has not been resummoned because I got a new basilisk. And we're not sending a baby lizard into a swamp.
But you can just resummon it, right? So, same deal.
I took the basilisk as my new familiar. I don't know how that works with the basilisk yet. Plus, again, it's a baby basilisk. It was born literally 2 days ago. We're not sending it into a swamp. Probably wouldn't even know what to look for.
Well, Dalen, do you know if that's something Tip could do?
I mean, he can see what he sees. Whether or not it's in some different dimension, I don't know. But if it's on this plane of existence, I can still see.
Well, yeah. Well, we're still in Shim then. I'll find some libraries on different like star positionings and astronomy and whatnot, and copy that into my journal.
Okie doke. That will take the rest of your time, though.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll come in handy later, too, if we ever come across other places that we don't know where we are.
So, Buckeyes, is there anything else that you wanted to do?
No.
All right. Your time in Shim comes to a close. You feel well rested, and Venric is practically chomping at the bit to get on the way towards the library.
Okay. I recommend we charter a boat to take us all the way up to Rangal. Or find a boat that's going that way and by passage.
I'll go with this.
That's my plan. That'll get us halfway there without having to go through the mountains and hope we don't get killed there. And then we will have to come into... I mean, we're going to have to cross the Rotten Lands, which sounds like fun. And then hopefully we can make it to this river, find some kind of settlement, and then decide how best to travel from there.
I wonder how the Pearly Dame's doing.
The who?
There are roads going across. And imagine there's
The
roads.
crew that we came down here with.
Oh,
Harley Dime be the ship, mate.
It was a very fine ship.
Imagine there's a town here. I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Follow your
alright.
guess.
Right
Looks
at that
like
fork in the river.
There be a town.
Some kind, I'm sure. But yeah, I'll look into seeing about finding a boat going where we want to go.
Would you have any intentions of stopping at your plot of land in the Pales?
I personally don't. Faldern doesn't.
Well, our plot of land is, like, right here, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's there.
Between the and Pales.
Hmm.
Can
And the thing
always
is,
out
to
of
get
the
up
way.
there, like, the efficient route would be to go by Orsham. And I think we've all decided that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be another, like, on one of these bumps in the rivers, we'll find a small village, and then we could, ride out real quick and back. Probably a couple
Maybe.
days out and a couple days back. But here's the thing, as far as we know, there's nothing there, right?
Right.
Right.
It's not like we're going to put our stuff there, because it's just the middle of nowhere. I mean, if we had, like, a manor house or something, and things and stuff and whatnot, maybe, but...
Like, it's not the DM's fault that you're poor.
Sounds like we do need a lot
Totally
more
the
funding
DM's
for that, or
fault.
at least you do.
It actually is my fault that you're poor. But we'll get to that later.
Anyway, my point is, there's even for us who own the place, there's no reason to go that I can think of at this time.
Thinking, what should I be calling you all lords?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Faye doesn't own it.
You can if you want less.
We don't normally go by lords, so whatever.
Sorry. Most of us are lords. Icus is lady.
You all know very well by this point that I am no lady.
It's true on
To
so
be
many
fair, I
levels.
guess would be a much
You're
better
right,
lady
you're
than
right.
most. And that's
Icus is
indeed
just
a
a very,
compliment.
very crude wench. That's no lady.
Vendrick, I will.
We'll unman you.
Mr. Icus,
I
trust
am
me,
not a
lady is a
wench.
far better title.
Ah.
I have one too many sword to be called a lady, though.
Well, if that's how a lord acts, And she points at Venric. I believe a lady has a little bit more class to it. And just grins.
Thanks.
I have
Thank you,
plenty
sir.
of class. I've had geology and astronomy and biology.
Right.
I mean, don't forget about mathematics.
Those are all words I don't really know or care about.
So, in looking to charter a boat, it's not hard because there are plenty in and out of Shim as it is. Not quite so many headed up all the way to Rengal. Most just go to Orsham, though there are a few. As far as servicing the boat for a discounted wage, they have all the crew they need. So you could, but you're still welcome to come on for a small tag-along fee of a simple 10 gold per person.
Couldn't we just like work as the crew? I mean, do we really have to service it?
Phrasing.
They
Find us
would
working.
have a musician.
Sorry, you said 10 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
And gold I can do.
Can I offer to work as like a laborer?
Yeah, I can offer captain shandies and whatnot.
How much would it be for the kids?
She indicates 10 gold apiece for everyone, including the kids. She does note that the captain is a woman, older, smells of the sea, and questionable hygiene. She has all her teeth though, so you know that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So that'd be 18 gold a person for the once we include the kids.
She notes that if they were to work, they don't have any entertainers, though they have no need of deckhands. To Ikis's offer to work.
Very well.
And they would
I'll pay
offer to
them.
pay for Hick then.
Yeah, I'll pick up on Glesso's ticket.
Well, like I said, if we just want to split it evenly, it would be 8 gold for each of the children.
Gotcha.
4 children, 5 people. Plus the 10
Not-
for yourself
not all
would be
4.
18.
Totem stayed.
Right, Totem Stain.
Oh, so there's only 3 children?
Hick, Jess, and Glaciso, and no totem. So yeah, just the 3.
Hick, Gliciso, Jess, and Venric are 4
So-
children.
6 gold for the children per person.
Okay.
So, hey, if you want to count me as a kid and pay for my ride, that's fine.
Is everyone able to pony up 16 gold pieces?
I can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can.
You happen to be well on your way. Things are tense on the boat at first, and tedious. You found it helped to be part of the crew. Now you just have nothing to do but twiddle thumbs and play dice and lose money and learn. There's always time to learn.
And read trashy fantasy novels.
They at least tries to play different songs for everybody. For castle songs. Folksel tunes. Hey, that's a real thing.
I know.
As you pass by Orsham, the boat stops, starts to unload cargo, and the captain tells you it'll be a couple hours at least before they have everything reloaded that they're taking to Rengal. Do you choose to stay on the ship for the time?
Oh
Went
yeah.
up to Orsham.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, staying on the boat. Fuck going to Orsham. Orsham's a terrible place.
Yeah, I'm not going to Orsham.
Tis a silly place.
Not sure that's quite the adjective I'd use, but yeah.
They would
I'd
go if
go
only to
more
see
along
how
the-
things are doing, and she at least found decent people there.
Don't do it.
Say hello and then go back, like, an hour.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Hey, she wasn't involved with you guys, so when that happened.
Everything in Orsham is a trap, Thay. You should not go in there.
It really is a terrible place.
It's
Do you heed
like
these
Detroit.
warnings from
Did
your new
Did
companions?
Fulgrim say what he learned in Shim?
Oh yeah, I would have definitely reported back to everybody that the law is being enforced very, very fairly, but very, very, very strictly.
Aren't we technically still wanted for murder?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not going into the city.
Well, but it was murder that like they wanted us to do, wasn't it?
Sort of.
No, we're wanted. Aren't we still wanted for questioning about the whole Emir, the last Emir dying?
Oh,
That
didn't
was
think
left
so.
kind of open,
probably.
so they know we're involved and they know we're not dope, but they know we didn't like actually kill him. But I
Again,
don't
not me.
If they
Killing
figure you're
Cortanus was
connected
the
to
smartest
us,
move you ever.
find out. It'll be bad for you.
The point is, Ikus is not going into Orsham. Anybody who joins him is welcome to stay on the boat, I guess.
Staying on the boat.
Staying on the boat.
Staying on the boat.
Yep.
Do you heed the warning of your new companions, Thay?
Not particularly. Too cramped. Need to talk to people. Need to be social.
Who do you go to talk to in particular? Anyone in particular, or just mill about the city?
Just like the innkeeper that she stayed at, just to like say hello, and some of the people around there that she made friends with before she had to go.
Okay. After about say 45 minutes in the city, you're called to the most upper district to see your old friend in charge of the Orsham Special Ops. And while there, you greet cordially. He asks you how things.
So you cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. He greets you cordially. He asks you how things are.
Well, she would explain as nicely as possible that things are going all right. They were stopping by quickly, and she wanted to say hello to some people that she knew here.
He questions if you plan on staying or coming back at all.
No, just a quick visit.
Truly, what a shame. Though, here, have this as a parting gift. To remember me by, in case you ever do decide to come back. The spot on the special operatives is always open for you. He
That's
hands
very kind
over
of you,
a
sir.
pouch. Pouch is quite heavy.
Kind of like gives a look like, should she look or go first? Like, is it polite to open a gift?
Typically, yes. This one happens to be tied off with string and sealed with wax. So maybe not right now.
Uh-huh. Well, then she'll just kind of try to keep up a polite face and just give a polite bow.
He, however, is exceptionally busy and bids you farewell, leaving you on your way to go back to the lower districts if you so feel.
which she will do for a little bit longer before knowing how much time they needed and getting back, at least with a little bit of time to spare.
You make it back to the boat with ease. Being time conscious, you don't have to worry about all the nonsense of trying to run after the boat and slamming on the side saying, "Hey, stop the boat!" But you meet up with your friends.
It was the fun part.
Hmm?
You are back on boat with coin purse in hand.
What
Yeah.
horrible traps did you get drawn into in Orsham?
I don't know yet. Just kind of looking over the thing. She might ask Falgrim if he can take a look with his detect magic on a particular coin purse, just in case.
Yeah, I will perform that service.
The coin purse is somewhat enchanted. It glows slightly gold around the outside of it. Though there is a hint of orange to the gold. It's actually a very pretty color.
If only we knew what these colors meant.
Gold is evocation or transmutation. I don't know what orange is, though. Don't have a note to that effect.
Gold is transmutation. Orange is enchantment.
Well, that narrows it down. Yeah, it's totally magicked. Transmutation could be anything. Enchantment is usually mind stuff, so it may be... I don't know. The enchantment part worries me. Enchantment's an evil school.
Yeah, enchantment never ends well. Ikus is gonna keep an eye on Faye while she has this on her. If she keeps this on her.
It's a pouch,
Yeah,
right?
she's pondering. Yeah, she's pondering whether to like try opening it off boat if that's the case, because she doesn't want anything bad happening in the boat.
We could. I could also clairvoyance to see what's inside it.
She has no problem with that.
Alright, I'll go ahead and spend a spell slot on that.
Inside you see 50 platinum pieces.
Okay. Just one second. God damn it, where's the spell? Could I combine that with my own detect magic to see if the coins themselves have any magic on them?
Yes. Yes, you can.
I will do so.
They're also surrounded in a brighter gold.
So the coins themselves are magic? That doesn't bode well.
No. What is this, leprechaun gold?
That's what I'm starting to wonder.
I would not be surprised.
Who gave this to you?
Cyan.
That's a trap. That's a trap.
That's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Trap.
Trap!
Did you see us fight anybody? Nope. Trap!
Trap!
That's
Thanks,
a trap.
Captain.
No
To the
problem.
tarp.
So, what do you do with it?
Well, walk to the side of the boat and hold out and drop. Like, I don't need money that badly.
Just throw it off the side of the boat. Okay.
I mean, that works. I was kind of curious about what the trap was going to be, honestly, but knowing Orsham, it wasn't going to be anything good.
Yeah, all you guys are like, bad, 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 bad. Like, it's money she didn't earn. So...
It probably like for tracking her or something.
That's what I was assuming. That would probably be divination, though.
Yeah.
If it was just transmutation, I wouldn't mind too much, but the enchantment's what I don't get.
Yeah, it's weird.
And the fact that it's not just on the bag, it's on the coins as well.
Yeah, that just smells evil.
Nothing good comes from enchantments, though. So
Not unless you're the one using them.
Okay. Boat set sail, leaving the coin purse to sink to the bottom. It's fairly easygoing up until right about there. At which point you make another small stop where you just gather some new supplies, rations, fresh water, whatnot from a small, very, very small settler town. Because you're not unloading and reloading new cargo, this stop is 30 minutes at most.
I have to stretch the legs for a little bit. Then get back on.
yeah, I'll probably end up doing that too because at this point we're probably all sick of the boat.
Yeah, I'll stretch my legs.
So another full day goes by and you finally reach Rengal right about noon. As the boat docks and they start to unload cargo, you're all thanked for your cooperation and ability to stay out of trouble. And then promptly kick the hell off the boat.
That's fair.
Fair.
Alright. Well, do we want to do anything in Rengal, or are we just setting out immediately?
I want to gather information, get some rumors, see if we can get some kind of heads up as to what we're going into.
Fair enough.
Other than that, otherwise make preparations for heading out.
Yeah.
Oh. Make
So
more
what
contacts
are we
here.
heading into?
On the map, it would be the Copper Warp, followed by the edge of the Rotten Lands, down towards Lerval. Now we're going to be doing this, followed by that. Probably, find some kind of settlement along this river here, but there's a pass here.
Yeah, but remember the
That's what
last
the map says.
mysterious settlement we found by a river?
Yeah, that didn't go over well. So, kind of thing you want heads up on, you know?
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Alright. Let's get our stuff and get out of here, I guess. Unless anybody has really pressing business in Ringal.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to talk to people, see if we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we can spend like a couple hours.
Oh yeah, like stay in the night and stuff.
But
Leave
yeah,
them.
that's about it.
All right, that sounds good.
Find an inn, I can get some performance in.
Give me 1 second, guys.
So that's the question though. Before we go to bed, do we want to try that whole key thing?
Oh, with Tip.
Yeah.
Is the key thing from last session? Or was it from
It
earlier?
was
Session
in last
before.
session, but it
Or
was
before that, maybe.
from. No, it was from like a long time ago when we
It was
first
back in
got.
Orsham.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got it early in Orsham.
When we
and
were in
then
the
we were
slave
playing
auction.
around with it in the desert.
Right, when we liberated / bought the kids.
All right.
Where we chased down the old guy.
Sorry, it's not ringing a bell, so just too long ago.
Yeah, spotted a guy trying to either reverse pickpocket Venric and then chased him to a door, and then he disappeared through it, and suddenly the door was inside a tavern.
Yeah. That's not suspicious at all.
And then a mysterious riddle appeared on the inside of Venric's book that was not there before.
Wait, there was
Well,
a
if
riddle?
Venric wants to play with it, then he can do that.
Yeah, I should have the exact wording of the riddle.
Oh, right, the weird thing with like the the river of clouds and stuff like that.
Down the back. Yeah.
Yeah, that made absolutely no sense.
Skip the veins, travel up the spine, at the tip of the blade, so fine a river in which the water are clouds, the basin covers and shrouds, key importance beyond compare, take care to clear the unseen snare.
Yep. Means nothing to me and probably won't until after the fact.
Start making a lot of intelligence checks.
Does that seem to anyone else seem to vaguely describe what we just went through?
Can you post the text of that in chat real quick?
Sure.
I don't think that's what we just did.
Yeah.
Not unless there's a hidden meaning for naked dwarves in there somewhere.
Unseen snare.
No, sadly, that was very much seen.
Unless in this case the spine is sort of like the big river that runs up through the middle of the map.
No, I got this. We're talking about the dwarves. It probably has to do with the tip of the blade so fine.
Ow.
So not classy.
Yeah, so I mean, when we were talking about this before,
Warlock. No one's a wizard.
when we were talking about this before, we were kind of assuming that the spine was the mountains.
I was thinking like because the
or
river
mountain
runs kind of through
range.
the mountains. Or at least I'm just thinking.
Skip the rivers, travel up the mountains.
Yeah,
Could
'cause
it
I
also
mean,
be
if the
something
water is
actually-
clouds, then it would be the mountains.
There's
Could it
a
also be
mount. There's a the mountain range south of here is the old spine.
Right.
So
So I'm saying
Good.
skip the river, travel
Tip
up
of the blade
mountains.
is probably therefore one of the highest mountains. The
Right.
river which the water are clouds, so we're over the cloud line.
the
There's a
basin
hidden valley
covers
of
and
some form.
shrouds. That's probably a valley.
Yeah,
Or not necessarily a valley, but like a maybe like a caldera.
something
Maybe.
like that.
Maybe. Good point.
Key importance beyond compare probably literally refers to the key.
Take care to clear the unseen snare, though.
It's warning of a trap.
There's a trap there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a trap.
There's a trap.
Tip of the blade so fine. The C next to the old spine is literally called the Dagger C.
Look at that.
Where is that?
Right now, right near Isabel.
Can you point to that on the map? Oh, there. That's fine. I was looking at a different mountain range.
The Amoric Mountains are the ones I would have thought would be the spine of the world, but the old spine down here, the Dagger Sea in the middle, and then either Isafil or Jork. Jork.
Jork.
I would probably say Isafel because that looks more like a point. The other one is sort of like it's like an arrow.
What?
It looks more like an arrow to me.
And then maybe like this hill.
I think it looks more like a dagger. Call me crazy.
Somewhere up here,
Potato,
somewhere
tomato.
on the old spine at one end of the Dagger Sea is a very tall peak. And that's what we're going to be looking for. Probably named. So after we do our thing in, where's its name? In Dembol.
Yeah,
We don't have any other clues, we'll go down that way.
that sounds like a good idea.
Alright.
All right, so back to the original question, though. Did we want to try the dagger thing real quick? Sorry, the key
I mean,
thing.
the key.
The key thing with Tip, trying to figure out where the heck the key leads to.
Yeah, they'll just kind of turn and have a quiet conversation. One-sided. Are you sure? Yes, I know, but... Okay. But if anything happens, you tell me immediately, and then... Okay. I know. Okay. And just turn back and say, Tip's willing to do it.
Alright.
All right, we just need to find a door.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Well, for staying a night at an inn or something like that, there's plenty of doors there.
Yeah, just do it in a room door or something.
So you do this out in the open? Do you wait till night? Do you go buy a room at an inn?
We probably need
Get a
to...
room in it anyway, so.
Yeah, and then we want to wait for night just to give us a higher chance of the stars being out.
Like after one of these shows.
Alright, Faye, you can earn 4 gold for a show. You use the key. You feel just a surge of excitement drum up as the arcane power courses through you as you turn. You open it up to a swamp, much like you've seen before, though this time a tower is in view, a very large stone tower.
Thought that was in view the first time.
I cannot remember, but because I wasn't sure, I made sure I said it this time.
They'll have another quiet conversation, just one more time, just making sure. And then she's just gonna walk over to the closest bed, just sit herself down and take a sort of meditation stance and nod, and Tip will go through.
As Tip goes through, you see a humanoid individual come out of the base of the tower and start running towards the opening.
Oh, wait, they're running towards basically us?
The door, yes.
The door.
Does
Does
it look
anybody
like-
else see this?
Well, you guys are alone, so you guys see it. You all who are observing the door witness this.
Does he look like the
close.
dude that ran from us way back when?
He looks pretty similar to that. He's closing in pretty fast. Like
Moves fast.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Kid's gonna up out of the way and look around as much as you can of the area.
1. Alright, the individual dives through the opening.
Oh, what?
As-
Can I start clapping him for him and go, man, that was dramatic. Good job.
Yes, you can. You are allowed to clap and applaud. As you applaud him, he stands up, dusts off his fine navy blue robes, lowers his hood, and please tell me who all is in the room observing. Is it everyone?
I assume so.
Yeah.
Venric also would have had his book out, writing stuff down, or getting ready to, as Tip started describing the stars.
He stands up and pulls his hood back. And Venric, you know this man to have a striking resemblance to someone you know very well from all the histories. In a high and intellectual voice, he goes, "Hello, I am Riv Northam, great-great-grandson to Northam the Grand Magus, and I believe you have my key." And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey.
Hooray. So, congratulations, everyone. You all leveled up for completing a major milestone.
Yes!
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. It's always neat.
Yep.
So, I can't remember who got it last time, but it's New Year. I'm going to start over. I think that Falgrim did a great job role-playing tonight, and you're gonna get special, whatever we call it. I'm
Inspiration.
nominating you. Yeah, thank you. Special
Yay.
inspiration.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay.
So from my
Congratulations.
point of view, he won for getting naked.
I
To be
mean,
fair, I
it's
just got
essentially
naked
what
first.
happened.
Well, here's the thing. Keep in mind, he didn't voluntarily get naked. Like Icus was given a choice, and he chose nudity. Whereas Falgrim had the nudity thrust upon him. Sort of.
Well, that is just the perfect way to end a session. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. Feel free to give feedback either now or throughout the week. We have a game next Monday at 7. Unless anyone else has anything. All right. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Night.
Good job.
Good night.